Welcome back to another New World video. Apologies if it's been so long since the last one. We've not uploaded since February, since we asked for the I put out the request video asking for so many features coming to the game, and I'll be honest, New World have added them, so that's really good to see. But this time we're back with something that I've not really done on this channel before. It's just gonna be a really quick, less than 15-minute long total video on the guide and tactics for the snake boss, or I believe you can call it Neishatun. That's how you pronounce it. But yeah, a lot of people just call it the snake boss, and this is in the brand new Heart of Madness update expedition, Tempest Heart. So what we'll do is I will skip over. There's about a 5 or 6 minute clip of us doing this when I was live on Twitch. Feel free to drop me a folder if you like. It's just twitch.tv/LiamH. I'll show you that, and then at the end of it, I'll just give you a quick brief explanation on exactly what we did, the little tactics, little hints and tips, little easy things to do, and yeah, hopefully the next time after you watch this video, you'll go straight into this boss and you'll fly straight through it. Right, let's get into it.
Okay, let's go. We can do it. We can do it.
Visual bug. Oh, I've just ate like 3 food because I thought it wasn't working.
You meth.
I know. Right, well, we're gonna do it this time. I can feel it.
A little stood in fire there. What was on, mate?
I'll leave it there a minute, babe. Just 1 minute, babe. Oh, I've got Play-Doh on my hand. This is like extra hard.
Whoa, dodge. Yeah, nice. Oh, yeah, left. Oh, left for me.
Ah, just made that. Oof.
Right.
Right, doing good. Mid.
Center.
Oh my god, all these things are popping up on my screen and they're getting in my way.
Same. Same, almost.
Stay.
Ah! Gonna slap us.
Oh.
Orb's on me, but it fires on.
Oh, wait for the fire. There we go.
Oh, just about.
Oh, fires.
Oh, watch out.
Fire, dodge.
Watch out.
Oh,
What? I look what I did. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, pull him away, tank. Pull him away. Like, run to the other side. Oh, he's back up. Nice.
Watch out the door. Quick. No, don't put that on there. Oh, Orb's up. Wait a minute.
Watch out for the slap.
I love how you're calling it the slap now.
That's what you called it. I didn't have a name for it.
Like, floor slaps you.
Here.
Let's kill this one fast.
Yep. I'm going left on the heel.
Can you move them a minute?
Stay in here.
Yeah, add on for you.
Nice.
Stay in here again.
Yep.
Left.
I'm going in mid.
Mid again, yeah.
Behind.
I'm going right. What's this one for me?
Watch out, Edge.
Ooh,
Let's watch out for this next portal.
very close.
If we can tank him away, just run a bit more into the middle.
Oh, on me.
Oh. Nice. Oh, fucking hell, I'm going all the way over here.
Watch near the edge.
Oh, portal on me.
Go. Nice.
DBS him.
Go on then, you press it.
No.
Can I out for these balls? You can.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm far back, so I'll be able to see it.
Okay, this is the last phase, I guess.
Should be, yeah.
This guy. Stay where we are. How's if?
Yep.
And again, stay where we are here.
Over.
Oh, that stack hit me. Bullshit.
Oh, I'm stuck on that guy.
And that stack hit me as well. You're safe. Oh yeah, when these hit you, they slow you. That's what was getting me. Oh, what the fuck? All the way over there.
Yep.
Wow.
Hard one. Now back. Oh, too far away to heal.
Perfect.
Got
Oh,
ya.
Paul. Yeah.
Okay, kill the bot.
Out of the way.
No, insta hit and killed.
Right, it's alright.
Oh, I'm free. I'm free.
I can come and get you. I'll come and get you.
So you need to heal them.
I'll just put a sacred ground down, stay in it. Right, are we safe to pick you up here? Yeah.
No circle now.
Kill him first. Focus on killing this one first.
Yeah, to be fair, we nearly got it.
Two percent, 1%, and he's dead. Nice. 288 coin. We need that 288 coin just to repair. Okay, so there you have it. That was our little run through, and as you can see, I died right there at the end. But we'll explain what happened and why I died and all little bits and bobs there. But I got the key points just noted down here, just so I don't forget. But basically, with this boss, it's not that hard. There's a little bit of random luck in there, depending on like where the huge circles on the floor spawn and how far away you are from the safe zone and stuff. Other than that little bit of randomness, it's not that difficult. Do you know what I mean? Once you've had a little play of it and you know these 5 main mechanics that the boss does, I think you'll be fine. So obviously the first one of these mechanics is the small fire circles. These happen really early on, but then they'll happen periodically throughout the fight. They're just bog standard fire circles that like erupt at the end. All you got to do from them is just either run out of them or dodge out of them or dodge through them, and you won't take no damage. So they're quite standard. Now they won't put any stacks on you. The really small fire circles, they'll just deal some damage. So don't worry too much about those. Now the large circles that you see all the way throughout this, they tend to happen in sort of like 3 key stages. These will do some damage to you, but they will obviously also stack. There's like a little fire stack that you'll see at the bottom if you ever stand in one of those when it erupts. And basically that just does damage over time. I think it's 2.5% for each time you get a stack. So 2.5, 5%, 7.5, and so on, 10%. Now you're okay with 1, 2, or 3 stacks-ish. You can use, regeneration potions, the odd mana potion, or a little bit of food potions, and you tend to get through that. Once you get to sort of 4 stacks, 5 stacks, unless you're sat in a fortified, a sacred ground, you're probably going to die. So you do not want to be caught in those circles more than once or twice. Ideally, not at all, because those stacks will, it'll just make it a little bit harder for you. Now you got the big heavy attack from the boss, almost like a tail whip, which we end up calling it in the end. Most of the time this will happen in between each phase, as you can see there right now on screen, perfectly timed as we're watching that video. Coming in with that sort of snake movement and then just a big tail whip attack. Now one thing you definitely don't want to do is be stood anywhere near the edge. If and when that hits you, it'll just send you straight off the edge. If you're incredibly lucky, you'll grip and you'll stay on, but 9 times out of 10 it'll launch you over the edge. Tanks, if you can, try and keep tanking the main boss as much as you possibly can near the middle of the arena. That just makes it a lot easier. So yeah, watch out for the big heavy attack. Dodge it as normal. Tank if you can dodge it, so you don't waste all your stamina on the shield. Yeah, I'd definitely do that. Now there's a symbol above your head. I don't know what the symbol is. It's almost like a corruption sort of like triangle-y flag. It's like a yellowy orange color. And this will happen mostly to the range players, but it can happen to the close melee players if you are mostly meleeed with, for example, just one healer. So look out for this. It's quite large. You can't miss it. It pops up above your head. You get about 2 to 4 seconds when this pops up in your head, and basically the boss will target you solely and do like a line of sight, if you like, attack. Now the attack does vary a little bit. Sometimes it's like a bow attack. Sometimes it's like almost like a heavy ground attack that like goes in a straight line across the arena. But essentially, just don't stand in the same line of sight as all of your teammates. Don't be doing like a line of sight conga, because everybody else will just get hit. It tends to stun you as well if you don't perfectly dodge it. So yeah, that could stun the whole group for like a couple of seconds, and then there's a couple of easy wipes there. So keep a lookout for that symbol. It mostly affects the range players, but again, as you know, with some of these bosses, sometimes it can hit you if you're a melee. And then the portals, essentially the little small spherical, fiery looking portals, they will pop up from phase 2. So after you've done all of the large circles on the floor and you've got past those the first time, the boss will randomly spawn a handful of those one at a time. Every now, there you go, right on screen, perfectly timed again. This is where I die because there's all the stacks on me and I get the heavy attack. But essentially what you want to do there is, as all of them DPS, you want to take that down as quickly as possible. We were a little bit unlucky there in the sense that it wasn't the tank's fault at all. It was just that we were already there on that exact same spot, so the tank couldn't actually sort of tank away from there. There's not much we could do. Ideally, you just tank slightly further away in case he does the heavy attack, and then what happens to me there doesn't happen. But essentially, that's it. Then all of your other hints and tips are just the simple stuff, you know. If you want to go over gear score, most of us were 625, and we tend to do all right in there. You know, so you can go in there at a good gear score. You don't have to. I think the minimum requirement is kind of 570, which is really, really low, to be honest, for end game. And then, yeah, you know, if you've got some fire absorption potions, you can take those. That'll just help you a little bit. If you want to take your corruption coatings in there as well, so you do more damage. If you want to take your dex weapons, like spear, even bow, thrust damage, that does a lot more in there as well. I was running a sword and shield build. And one more thing I would say, I wouldn't recommend this too much because it's not massively needed. But for the part of the dungeon where there's the huge circles that you got to dodge around, some players just seem to be incredibly slow at getting out of them. So you can take a second weapon, just like I've done there. Again, perfectly randomly timed there. You can take a second weapon with you, just where you can switch it for this boss, which has some movement in there, you know, whether it's like the great axe one or the hatchet where you can fast run for a little bit on berserk, something like that. But essentially that's it. You've got all the 5 key mechanics in there that you need for this boss. It's not that hard. It looks a little bit complicated compared to some other, you know, dungeons that we've had in the past, but obviously it's brand new. This will be really hard for a couple of people for 3 or 4 weeks in the game. Then you'll master it, just like everybody has with Genesis and Lazarus. But yeah, there you go, guys. All I'll say now is one more time, if you want to check me out live streaming New World, I'll be at twitch.tv/LiamH. If you want to drop a like and a sub on the video, that'd be really nice. And if you watch this video and then you go and do the dungeon, you get to this boss, and this actually really, really helps, leave me a comment down below and let me know that you've finally got through this. And that would make me pretty happy. So yeah, cheers. We'll see you on for the next one.